Gingerly touch tips.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to another half-assed movie review. Hopefully we'll be red couching it soon.
Hey. Red couch. We are red couching.
That's true, but still half-assed. Anyway, Jess and I, who you'll remember from the last review.
LaBarbara, I'm pretty sure they know.
LaBarbara and I. We just got back from seeing Gangster Squad, which I think, no matter what we feel about, we can all agree is the worst titled film probably since We Bought a Zoo. I'd say We Bought a Zoo is a worse title.
No.
Hey, what's this movie about? Well, there's a squad and they take on gangsters. Gangster Squad? Alright. Yeah, sure. That's great.
Okay, so it was the worst title film.
Yeah, it was a fucking terrible title. Anyway, we, basically, when I went into this, I kind of had mixed hopes. When I first saw the trailers, I was super excited for it. I was, like, all pumped. And then I started reading the reviews before it came out, and they were all pretty negative. So I was like, oh, this probably isn't going to be very good. And then I got into the theater, and I must say, I liked it. I come from the land of unpopular opinion, apparently. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And I do have issues with the movie. There are some flaws. But I liked a few of the characters. But, like, the characters I liked them a lot. I love the violence. I miss R-rated movies so much. I miss R-rated movies. I'm sick of PG-14 movies for adults. I love R-rated movies that aren't afraid to, like, take it up another level, which I appreciated. And I love gangster films in general, and I miss them a lot, especially from, like, the 90s. And I wish Joe Pesci would have been in this. That's my biggest complaint, is I could have used some Joe Pesci. But yeah, I liked it. What'd you think?
I didn't want to see it at all. You practically had to drag me to this. But I liked it.
Oh!
I hate gangster movies, and I hate movies with human-on-human violence. I don't know what it is. I can't stand it. I'll spoil it for everybody later, so I won't say anything now, because I almost walked out.
It wasn't as bad as Drive. When
No,
Bryan
oh
Cranston got his, like, wrist slit and you had to walk out of the theater.
It was almost at that level. It almost happened. But no, I didn't want to see this at all. I don't care for gangster movies. Honestly, I was kind of half expecting Al Capone to pop up halfway through and go, hey! And then just disappear, but that's me on gangster films. But I really liked this.
Long time period? I don't know.
I don't care. It's a
No, I know. Sorry, I was just trying to think.
No, I really liked it. I liked it so much that I cried.
I almost teared up too. I was shocked. We can't say why yet.
No,
but I almost teared up too, and I was like, really?
I haven't been that emotionally connected with a character in a very long time, and I'm really surprised that it happened in this film, a film that I did not want to see at all. But good work, Gangster Squad. I'm impressed. This hasn't happened to me in a very long time.
We'll get into that in part 2, because I definitely want to talk about that. But yeah, I liked it. I think if you go in with average to low expectations, you won't be disappointed.
Yes, definitely.
Which is pretty much what I went in with. This movie isn't Goodfellas. It's not Casino.
Oh, it's not one of those.
It's not The Godfather. It's not on that level. Though it
was like playing an interactive Xbox game.
Yeah.
That's the feel I got from it. It wasn't taking itself too seriously.
It was at parts, but at other parts not so. It felt my only, like, one of my bigger negatives was actually the cinematography with it. And it's not so much the shots themselves, so maybe cinematography is the wrong. Maybe I should say lighting, but everything looked very, like, polished, and because it looked polished, it looked fake to me.
That's what I was saying. It's very video game-esque.
Yeah, it really is. It didn't have that gritty realism where I thought, like, these are real people from the 40s interacting. Like, at times I did. It wasn't throughout the whole movie, but there were just certain points with, like, the use of close-ups and how perfect everyone looked and their hair looked and everything in the background looked, and it was all lit where, kind of like we're lit now, where, like, you're really bright on the face and then the background's very dark. I just found it distracting. It looked very much like a movie. And I know it's a movie. I know, okay? Fuck off.
I understand what you mean.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
That, like, really polished look.
There were a couple of times in a couple of the fight sequences where I almost leaned over to you and I'm like, so, do you reckon we could have beaten this one? In a mafia-esque version?
Right trigger! Right trigger!
Aim! But yes, I'm impressed. There are things I didn't like, and there are things that I really like.
We'll get then to that more soon. Babe Rundown.
Josh Brolin?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is it the eyebrows?
He's not a babe. Yes, I do like the eyebrows.
Hey, don't touch.
What you gonna do? Shoot me? But his facial, his expressions and his general demeanor, it's...
Josh Brolin is a great actor. He's the second best Tommy Lee Jones there's ever been.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even in movies he's been in I didn't like. I've never seen Josh Brolin and been like, that was a bad performance. He's always very good. I'm a big Brolin fan. I agree with that choice.
He's not like your typical babe. He's not one that I'm like, ooh, yay.
He's no Ryan Gosling.
You know what? That's probably my favorite thing about this whole movie that I didn't want to see it. It wasn't Ryan Gosling the gangster.
Ryan Gosling's character was awesome in this movie.
It was, but I was really worried that they were just going to make it Ryan Gosling the gangster. I thought that was going to be the movie.
No.
It wasn't, so I'm really happy about that.
That's fair.
But, yes.
My Babe Rundown. There's surprisingly not a lot of women in this movie.
So, of course,
there's
it goes
two.
To, yeah.
There's Josh Brolin's wife.
No, there was three.
Who was a third?
Giovanni Ribisi's wife.
Yeah, you see her for like 2 seconds, though. I don't know. So Josh Brolin's wife is pregnant.
Yes.
Giovanni Ribisi's wife, who...
She was cute.
She was cute, but she has a kid. I don't want to deal with that.
Baggage.
So my Emma Stone. I think Emma Stone is actually a babe.
I'm not a fan.
Really?
Maybe it's her acting.
No, I like Emma Stone. I like redheads.
Yeah.
Her voice is a little cigarette-ish, which is weird because I don't think she...
She was smoking the entire movie.
I don't think she was smoking. I think that was fake smoking. I call shenanigans on her. Gosling was smoking. He was actually smoking.
Coming from an ex-smoker, I know smoking when I see it.
All right, final verdict.
Oh, this is a strong 3.5 for me.
3.5 what?
I can't... I'll have to use Bill Nye's. And it'll be Underworld 1.
Yeah, that's a 3.5.
It's a strong 3.5. I am very impressed at how I felt walking out of this experience when I walked in. Sorry, let me rephrase. Dragged in. Because I did
3.5 out of 5, by the way.
Yes. I didn't want to see this at all. And I was very, very surprised. I liked it a lot. I will see it again. But it wasn't a 4 for me because of little things that I'll get into in the spoiler moment.
Yeah. I'm also going to give this a 3.5 Nicolas Cage's out of 5, which is equivalent for me to something like The Rock. Because there were little things I didn't like, but it did get me almost to tears, which is big point. That's big points for me. If a movie can ever manage that, that's big points. And even though I did have some gripes, and we'll talk about them, I had fun.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun at this movie.
There was times where I'm like, ah!
Yeah, there were moments like, ooh! And you're
Yeah.
like, no! And that's... so clearly, despite the style and it not looking that gritty...
It was fun.
It
was
got
a
me
great
involved.
experience.
I had a fun time in the theater.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it for part 1. If you'd like to stick around for spoilers and are talking about the trailers...
because by God...
And then you should check out part 2. Bye. All right.